So Milwaukee have sent me out the cordless track saw. This is a 165mm track saw. It comes with a track as well. And I want to open it up, have a look at the tool, and most importantly, try out the tool and see how good it is. So firstly, we've got the actual track that I want to open up first. Straight away, that's got so many bonus points. Actually come in a carry bag. I've got a few other track saws. They all come with their own tracks, but this is the first one I've got that actually has a protective cover and a carry bag. So the track actually looks pretty cool. It's completely red. It's Milwaukee themed. It looks great, but obviously I'm more worried about how it goes sliding the saw back and forth on it. This is awesome. The saw itself does come in its own Packout box. Let's have a look inside. So we've got a few bits and pieces inside. First thing I pulled out is actually a guide connector, and it's gone everywhere. So these are made for if you buy another track, you can put these connecting rods in the back of the track in here. One there, and I think one goes up here. And what I can do is bolt another track to these rods. They're going to hold the track straight, and instead of a 1.4 meter track, then you've got a 2.8 meter track. And obviously the reason you get these rods instead of getting a big 2.8 meter track is it's so much easier to store and move around a smaller 1.4 meter track than having that big 2.8 one in your car. So it actually comes with a few things. We've actually got clamps to clamp down the track. I don't know if I'd ever actually use these. It's probably just a very secure way to do it if you're doing a really expensive, really good cut. So the track does have rubber grips on the back of it. So when you sit it down on a surface, it should grip to it and it shouldn't move around unless you're being really rough with your saw. So I don't think you really need the clamps. I'm guessing they're there if you're doing that really expensive cut and you cannot afford to make a mistake. And on that note, we've actually got some spare strips of the anti-slip stuff, which is on the back of the track. So if this does come off, we can chuck some more on and make sure it grips to the surface. And obviously we do have the 165mm blade in the box too. I do want to get through all the stuff and get to the tool. So here we go. Here is the first look of the actual track saw. We've got a little tab here that we have to remove before use. If I pull that out, there we go, we can see it operate. To be honest, the saw's quite light and it is really smooth when it plunges down to make the cut. You can see it only requires one battery. This combo kit actually comes with two 18-volt batteries though, so we've got one that we can use and the other one that we can chuck on the charger. And the batteries we have are the big 6 amp 18-volt batteries as well, so these should last a while in the saw. If I throw it into the saw, it definitely adds a bit more weight to it. You can see the battery is a bit bulky on that side. It's not in the way for the top handle, and it still is a reasonable weight. Easy to move around saw. What I want to do right now is chuck a battery on charge, get it ready to go, and then we can try the saw out doing this cut along with these decking boards behind me. Alright, battery's charged, we're ready to try her out. Alright, so first test with the track. She sits on there alright. And it definitely glides back and forth quite well. We've got two dials, front and back, which we can actually tighten. And it's actually going to tighten the saw to the track, so there's no sideways movement at all. So it's going to make it a bit stiffer to move. I think right there is what we want. No movement at all in the saw, but we can still push it back and forth. The other thing we can see is the actual track's grip to the decking board. If I try to push the sword back and forth, you can see I'm doing a bit of pressure right now, and we're actually getting a tiny bit of movement. But when you're cutting, I'm just going to be going this way, and there's going to be no sideways movement on the track, and I don't see that moving at all. Even if I do tap the saw a bit, you can see that track does stick to the ground quite well. Before we do use the saw to try to cut the decking boards, we need to go through and do one quick cut first. The rubber on the side of the track is actually made to be sticking out further than where the blade's going to go. So when you get a new track and you get the new rubber at the end, you're always going to go through first, do a cut with a saw blade, and then that way you can use this rubber to work out exactly where that saw is going to cut. So when I do this cut, I want to make sure I'm just going through the decking boards and not hitting the subfloor below. And we can see we've got a depth gauge here in the front of the saw. And we can see it's got two different marks. The reason for that is the deeper measurement here is how deep the blade's going from the base of the track saw. The lower measurement is how deep the blade's going from the bottom of the actual track. Since we're using the track, that's the measurement we want to go off. Our decking boards are 20 mil, so I want to set that gauge at 20 mil, and that should just get through the decking boards without hitting the subfloor below. I'm just going to line the track up here with that chalk line. We've done that test cut, so we know the edge of the rubber is exactly where that saw blade's going through. Actually, before we do the cut, I do have a dust bag, which I'm going to quickly throw on to the back of the tool. And now I think we're ready to do the cut. All right, let's see how it went. It looks like we could have gone another 1/2 mil of depth. You can see with the decking boards, there's probably 1/2 mil left on them. It's pretty much exactly what we wanted though. We can peel the decking boards off. We've cut through the decking boards, but we have not touched the subfloor below at all. All right, so I just found one small issue with the track saw, and it's probably only going to be an issue for a very limited amount of jobs. And that is the visibility to see the blade. Right now I'm cutting through the boards. I don't want to hit the last board though, and I can't have any way of actually sighting through the back of the saw and seeing where the blade is. We can see in the front, they've actually made a window right there with that exact feature in mind, so you can see where the blade is, and you can make the blade go as far as you need it to go and make sure you're not hitting anything you don't want to hit. I feel like this could be one of the only times there will ever be an issue, because I'm trying to do the cut right here and there's a fence in the way, so I can't actually get my head around to look through that window and see where the blade's cutting. So far Milwaukee has really impressed me with the saw, especially with the other stuff that comes with it that isn't actually necessarily about the saw. The cover we got for the track is awesome. I can't actually express how good that is. I've got a Makita, AEG and Festool track at home, and none of them have came with covers like that. Yes, obviously you are probably going to be paying more to get those covers, but I do think it is worth it. The big Packout box there is also great to have everything stored in there. The only downsides for that is we can see how big and bulky that box is compared to how small the saw is. So I feel like you're going to be taking up a lot of room in your work ute. So I'm not sure if a lot of people would use that Packout box if they'd actually have the room in their setup to put that big Packout box in just for the track saw. But I definitely do love it though, and I'm going to keep it in the box. So far using the saw, everything's been very smooth, everything's worked well. Now the plunge in the saw is very smooth, it's easy to move down and hold in place. The depth guide is also really easy to use. You can just push down and easily slide up and down to work out the depth you want. We do have the bevel gauge at the front. This saw can rotate all the way down to a 48-degree bevel. And the best thing is that we do have this little nut here to tighten it at the front. And we've also got one at the back for the bevel as well. We do have speed settings as well. I was doing cuts before on the high speed, speed number 6, but we can rotate down to lower speed if you do need that. We also did talk about the track itself. That was great. I feel like most tracks are pretty common. There's not a lot to talk about. It looks awesome. That gets so many more points in my book. It's actually a different type of red. Milwaukee tools have this lighter tinge of red. The track is a deeper red, and I think it looks pretty cool. In terms of how it works, very standard, very similar to any other track I use. It does the trick. It does grip to the ground, and I can tighten the saw to the track and move it back and forth quite easily. Bonus points once again from Milwaukee for actually giving us more grip tape to put onto the bottom of the track. That is something I've had an issue with other brands, that after a period of time, and especially because I'm not storing my other tracks in a nice safe bag like Milwaukee have supplied, those grips in the bottom of the track actually does start to come off. And what that means is when you go to use your track, it's not grippy to the surface, and you could actually have the track move and ruin your piece. So I think Milwaukee have really looked after the track. We've got the cover bag so that shouldn't happen. And if it does anyway, we've got spare tape so we can get that fixed. One thing I do like talking about as well is the actual handles and how it feels to hold the tool. We're using a track saw, you're always going to be using it on a flat surface. There might be a few times you're using it above head, but that's quite rare. I don't think it's even worth talking about that. The hand spaces and the grips felt very natural. It felt good to use a saw. Sometimes you pick up a tool that you're not used to and it takes a while to adjust to it. Everything about the saw does seem like it's been done really well. I think Milwaukee have done a really good job with this track saw and the entire kit that it does come with.